Well, that was definitely the most interesting, actually, I would say, musically.
Yes.
It's so layered. And I was thinking about, like, sometimes when things are layered, they either feel like hyper poppy, like, and the layers are there to like make a very corporate feeling thing, which can be fine in its own way, like Carly Rae Jepsen or like Katy Perry. They can be very layered because it's just like it's very perfect. And then there's stuff that's really layered, like a Crumbles. What's the guy who did Illinois? Um,
Sufjan.
Sufjan, where it feels fragile. It feels like a card sculpture. And
Right.
this is like in the middle where it's just really interesting and beautiful and intricate without feeling too perfect or too fragile. To me, it definitely delivered some sweetness, but some kind of longing.
Yes.
Some sort of like leaning, I want to say, towards like a klezmer jazz in some ways.
Yeah.
And that like interstitial piece. Very interesting. Wow, why did that one? Just because were you just looking for one of their twee pop songs, or why
Yeah.
that one?
So okay. So well, because you put restrictions on me. Because you say there has to be a video, and we can't just listen to the music with a box art shot in the background.
Yes.
That's why. But no, Belle and Sebastian's interesting. This is how I describe my relationship with Belle and Sebastian. They have been around since the mid '90s. I discovered them in the early 2000s. I mean, for myself, I discovered them for myself. Yeah, they're still making music. They've got like 11 studio albums out. I love every note of every song of every album they've ever done. Like normally I have curated playlists. My playlists are just full albums of theirs. But it's sort of I'm not gonna say it sounds samey, but it doesn't. There's no like this is the single on any of their albums.
Right.
So I felt like no matter what I picked, their tone is consistent and it conveys. Just that the quality that this song conveyed is sort of conveyed in any of their songs. This was, I thought, the best video that they had.
It's a great video.
And I read the lyrics and I felt like, yeah, this is a good pick. So yeah, that would be why.
I mean, it works. It has that extra melancholly. So there's a little molasses in that sugar.
Yeah.
But really interesting video. Again, we could talk about that a long time as well.
Right.
And I thought it went so nicely with the song and the intricacy and layeredness of the song too. Interesting. The upright bass in like two of these tracks. The Queen song had no bass. Maybe it did, and it was really far in the back in the mix. But I think the bass player was playing keys on that one.
Could be.
And then, of course, the White Stripes was just the guitar vocal, yes. Which is interesting. You covered a lot of ground in terms of from like a small quartet to like single performer to like layered up pop song. Lots of rock band. Lots of interesting ways to come at this topic, and it all worked, and they all sound pretty different.
Right.
Too. Like it would be kind of jarring, I think, to listen to those 4 songs in a row on a CD, like on a car trip or something. CDs are ways we used to listen to music, children. We would laser cut it into a disc that we would lick.
They're like records, but with lasers.
Yes, that's right.
Since records are now a thing again.
That's right. That's a good way to. Ian was listening to our live.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Hi, Ian.
Of all of the people, he might actually come and listen to our content. So we should always say hi, Ian, at the beginning of every show.
That's great. I will give a shout out. I know Jenny Sigler's a big fan of Belle and Sebastian. So yeah, if she ever gets a chance to see these, I'll give her a shout out too.
I thought you were gonna say she's a fan of us, man. Come on.
Well, that's a given.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, merch is coming.
Right.
So
that's right. Patreon links.
Yes, absolutely. We have an endorsement deal with Magnavox, who made the boombox that we used to use.
Are they even a company?
I don't know. I'm sure some like they probably Jeff Bezos owns them now or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, what is our next flavor for next week?
So, well, that's a good question that I wasn't prepared for. So let me move slightly and look it up. So
is it
next
sour?
week- no, next. Well, so we're not going to sour. We're going to do last one. I'm going to do is bitter. That's
Okay.
in several weeks. But no, the next one is savory, which actually is, in the way that I'm thinking about it, definitely sort of the brother of sweet.
Okay.
In that it will be songs that are warming to the heart. Sort of like a nice stew. So yeah, it'll be songs that make you feel good, but they're not necessarily sweet in sentiment so much as they're just sort of like, yes, I feel good about life. Which again, another good one to have right now. So
yes, absolutely, yes.
In fact, honestly, bitter is the only one that probably won't feel great, which is why I'm kind of saving it for the end.
Yes. Well, we don't want to turn off the fans.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Matt, as always. If you're watching this on YouTube, you got to watch the whole playlist. This is just the last video. That is all that I have to say about that.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.